All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about something I think we all feel pretty deeply. How on earth do you find inner peace when it feels like the world is constantly shouting for your attention? Let's figure it out. I mean, does this feel familiar? That sense that your brain has about 100 tabs open at once? You are definitely not alone in that. It's this constant background hum of notifications and deadlines and worries, just a mental clutter that makes real quiet feel almost impossible. And here's a number that, well, it might explain a big part of the problem. 96. That is the average number of times we check our phones every single day. And, each one of those checks is a tiny little interruption, a little piece of noise that pulls us out of our own lives. But here is the really good news. It is absolutely possible to find that calm right in the middle of all the chaos. Look, the goal isn't to escape the world, but to build a kind of toolkit that helps you navigate it peacefully. And that's exactly what we're going to do together. So, first up, the quest for quiet. Because before we can even begin to find peace, we have to get really clear on what's disrupting it in the first place. We've got to understand the noise. What I love about this is how it breaks down what noise actually is. Because it's not just the external stuff, right? The traffic, the pings from your phone, the endless scroll. It's also that internal noise. The voice in your head that's replaying a mistake, or worrying about tomorrow, or just cycling through anxieties. And both of those are equally powerful at stealing our peace. So here's the crucial point. Inner peace is not about finding a perfectly silent room. It's about developing a kind of internal shock absorber, right? A state of serenity where, yeah, the outside world can be chaotic, but it no longer has the power to control your internal world. It's all about resilience.
Okay, so now let's get practical. Let's move to our second section, Mind Your Inner Toolkit. This is where we really learn how to start mastering our internal state.
The foundation of all of this is mindfulness. And I promise, it's way simpler than it sounds. It really just boils down to these 3 steps. You sit down, you focus on your breath, and this is the most important part. When your mind inevitably starts to wander, you just gently bring it back. No judgment, no frustration. That's it. That is the entire practice.
And this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It has real, measurable effects. Research shows that a regular mindfulness practice can cut anxiety by up to 30% and lower cortisol, that's our main stress hormone, by 20%. You are literally physically rewiring your brain to be calmer. Okay, need something you can use like right now in a stressful moment? Try box breathing. This is a super simple technique used by everyone from yoga teachers to Navy SEALs to stay calm under pressure. You just follow the rhythm. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4. It's like an instant reset button for your entire nervous system. Another really powerful tool in your kit is journaling. And think of it this way. Your mind can be a pretty chaotic place, right? Well, writing things down helps you take all that internal noise, get it out of your head, put it on paper, and sort of organize it into clear insights. It's a way to actually process your thoughts instead of just letting them spin. All right, mastering our inner world is absolutely key, but it's only half the battle. It has to be supported by our outer world. So our next section is all about life and how we can shape a more peaceful environment around us.
The whole idea of a digital detox can feel pretty overwhelming, so let's just start small. Here's a 5-minute challenge you can do today. Just pick one app that constantly distracts you. You know the one. Mute its notifications. And then just carve out 1 hour today, just one, where you put your tech away. It's a totally achievable first step to taking back your focus. And here's maybe the most powerful antidote to all that modern noise. Just get outside. There's this Japanese practice of forest bathing, which is really just about immersing yourself in nature, and it's backed by so much science. Being in nature literally reduces your stress hormones. It inspires a sense of awe. It shifts your perspective away from all your small worries, and it makes you more resilient. Okay, this one is huge. We often think that saying no is selfish, but as you can see here, always saying yes, overcommitment, is a direct path to stress and burnout. Setting boundaries is actually an act of self-respect. It protects your energy, and it creates the actual space, physically and mentally, for peace to even have a chance to exist.
Finally, let's talk about our connections, our support system. This journey toward inner peace, it's not one we have to take alone. In fact, we really shouldn't. Here's why this matters so much. Meaningful, quality relationships act as this incredible buffer against all that noise. Just talking to someone who trusts gives your racing thoughts an outlet. When you share a burden, you genuinely reduce its weight, and that makes your own internal world a much, much quieter place. A really simple way to boost both your inner state and your connections is a gratitude practice. Each night, just try to follow these steps. List 3 specific things, think about why they mattered, and then try sharing one of them with someone. This tiny little habit can completely shift your focus from what's wrong in your world to what's right. And that shift, it has a massive effect. Seriously, research shows a regular gratitude habit can boost your happiness levels by as much as 25%. You're actively rewiring your brain to see the good, which is a powerful counterattack against the constant negativity of a noisy world. Now, it is so important to acknowledge this. Sometimes these tools just aren't enough to quiet the noise, especially if that noise is rooted in something deeper. And I really want to stress this. That is completely 100% okay. Seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness. It is an absolute sign of strength. A therapist can give you tailored guidance and proven methods like cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, to help you reframe your thoughts. Honestly, think of it as bringing in an expert guide to help you accelerate your journey toward lasting peace. So as we wrap up, let's just land on this essential idea. This is not about achieving some perfect, permanent state of bliss where nothing ever bothers you again. Inner peace is practice. It's a journey that you come back to day after day. It's about progress, not perfection. And let's be realistic. The world, it is not going to get any quieter. The demands, the notifications, the pace of modern life, that's probably not going to change. Which means the power is entirely with you. You have the ability to cultivate your own inner quiet. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Looking at all these tools we've just talked about, what is the first small step you are going to take today to start building your own inner peace?